Good morning. How are you?
I'm flat out. Thank you so much, man.
I love that so much because you did say that when you first moved here 20 years ago from Nigeria, and you heard, because you moved to near Blanche,
Yeah.
and you heard, what's the story? You were like, I don't have a story.
I'm sorry to tell you. It's true, like, no, really, like, I came to Ireland when I was 14 years of age, and I've been living here for over 25 years. Basically, I'm like a black leprechaun, minus the gold and the magic powers, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just kind of like, I'm really grateful to actually be immersed in this beautiful culture of, like, Irishism. It's actually daily, like.
Well, you've taken it on board massively as well. And you can see even on a lot of your other videos, like the response that you get all over the country is incredible. And you put a smile on people's faces, so
thanks.
good on you for that. It's something we need at the moment. Tell us, what was it like, though, moving to Ireland at the age of just 14?
It was great, amazing. Living in Nigeria, anywhere but Nigeria at the
Really?
time. Yeah, man. I'm really, like, literally happy. I thought I was going to London the first time because that's what we know in Nigeria at the time, London or America. So in my mind, my vision was, oh my God, I told all my black friends when we were kids, I was like, hey guys, I am going to the white man's country in London. Woo! You know, that kind of way. I had this speech going, yourself. And I ended up in Ireland. And I was like, what's the story now? I couldn't even tell the boys I'm in Ireland because it's not, I can't even show it off, like, yourself. I was trying to figure out where.
Did you even know where it was?
I didn't know where it was. I've never heard of Ireland before. And when people speak to me, all right, what's the story? I'm like, what? Are they singing to me? I don't even know. I couldn't understand. But fast forward 5 years' time, and I seen the vibe, the way the people go on. I'm like, this is the Black of Europe. I love this place. This is actually Delhi. And everything has been going smooth since then, yeah.
I mean, because it was smooth, and initially you got into school and you enjoyed it, but it was difficult too. I mean, when you left school and realism hit and you were trying to find a job, I mean, you ended up on the streets and in a really difficult place.
Yeah, like I said, Irish people are the best people in the world. They're always cheerful, very supportive, and they're actually blessed with this sense of humor that can make a rock laugh. It's just that vibe there. And I've traveled all around Ireland. I've been to different counties, and I've genuinely felt the friendliness, the warmth, but everywhere you go to, there's always a bad egg, and this bad egg don't represent the whole bunch. It's like going to a pub and asking for a pint, and you get served with a Guinness that tastes so disrespectful. That bartender doesn't represent the whole entire pub. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Exactly what you're saying.
Wherever you go to in the world, there's always that little bad bunch around, and it's been great because, like, when I started actually my journey of being Black Paddy, I was afraid to come out and tell people my name is the Black Paddy because I was like, you might get a bit of backlash and, yourself. But I thought to myself as well, what's the intention of that name? Why are you calling yourself the Black Paddy? Then I said, it's all about love, inclusiveness. It doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white. You're coming to my life. Let's go have a pint in a pub. Show me where the best Guinness is. Let's go have the crack. Yourself. So it's been tough, especially, like, online as well, getting wild comments, because now that I'm very well known in the country, I get this wild comment, you're not Irish, go back to your country, you're a monkey. Like, come on, at least if you're going to insult me, be original. Say I run like a giraffe or something. Just kind of like, bring in all those kind of, like, because...
Is that how you have to handle it, though? Because I'm sure that you sit there some days, and you're a father, you've got young kids, and you might see some comments, and obviously we have seen some really horrible things said about not native, whatever that means, Irish people. How did you wake up some days and just go, this is awful? Or do you have to approach it with humour and go, I can't take this on board?
Like I said, my life is all, I've always known humour. I've always been positive. I've always been grateful because knowing the life I've lived, right from coming from Nigeria, coming to Ireland, being homeless, I've seen it all, being down. I've had homeless friends who are Irish, and they're the most funniest people in the world. Fabi D, bro. When Fabi D was growing up, Fabi D had friend Anthony. Anthony was funny. He had his own drug addiction with him as well, and it was more like I used them as well in a few of my characters. But
this is your friend Anto when you were growing up.
You know that kind of way. But God rest his soul now. You know that kind of way. He was a very funny guy. And I loved him so much. Anto was that guy that, no matter what, he would still be like, all right, fam, you come, you can stay in my gaff if you have nowhere to stay. That kind of way. He's that loving guy. And, just when I wasn't even known as Fabio much. I was known in Dublin. Then Black Paddy erupted and the whole country knew who Black Party was, then I started seeing all this. The first time I actually seen this, you're not Irish, go back to your country, you're not funny, all this kind of vibe, genuinely, it affected me personally. It did. And it affected me not just personally, mentally, because it's a little bit more like discrimination. You know yourself. That's where I see it as, and it affected me mentally. And to be honest with you, it took a toll out of me. And I don't wish this on anybody, any creator, anybody who has some type of discrimination, maybe the way they look or what they are, because to be honest with you, being racist to someone is like discrimination. So the only way I can fight things like this is just with love. And when you do something like that with love, you first of all, fighting things with love will bring happiness to you internally. You're fighting anxiety, you're fighting depression, you're fighting mental health. The only way to do it is to retaliate with love. When someone comes with you in a very negative manner, because I've been there and I felt what it is to be down and I felt what it is to be depressed. Trust me, when I was depressed, I hated everyone. I don't want to speak to anybody. Like anybody that comes to me and want to speak to me, I'm like, I just don't want to speak to you. Can I just enjoy my depression alone for a while? Then let me see how it feels. Then you can now talk to me. So when people actually comment negative stuff to me online and say, go back to your country, I genuinely feel some type of way sorry, because they probably are going through the same way that I felt one time, and they're just projecting their feelings to me. And it's okay. I know deep down I'm Irish because I'm the Black Party and I'm funny and I like to have good crack of people,
It's a great message that you have, because you have been in a difficult place. I'm sure leaving Nigeria to come to Ireland, places you never even heard of, a place when you left school homeless and addicted to drugs and alcohol. But this message of, showing people love and living with a smile on your face, because you have 2 young children now, 5 and 3 years of age. So it must be amazing for you to try and do this, to try and, show them.
Beautiful.
Oh, trust me, those 2 things, they're beautiful, but mostly they've robbed all my sleep, all my sanity, all my dignity, literally. To be honest,
they kind of made you turn your life around. I live for them.
They actually did. Like, if I have the chance, I'll probably have one more just in case one don't like me. I mean, I would like to spread that, love around more, But like,
how important are they?
They've changed my life in every way. Like, they've actually slowed me down and they've made me believe in love. Because I've been that guy who just kind of like, I've always been in pursuit of fame and money and that kind of look at me without caring. And I got some of it, but it wasn't the genuine feeling. But when I had them too, I then understand what it is to care for something. Like, I would see Puppy on the street, I'm like, oh, I wasn't like that before. I would never say, oh, the puppy, I'm doing that now.
It happens to all of us.
What's the story? Now you've got a load